The Battle of the Five Armies fundamentally changes everything for Thranduil. His eyes are opened, and the Thranduil that we see after that is a man who is re-engaging with the world.
Your key characters, you want to feel that at the end of your story, they're not the same as they were at the beginning. And we've tried to do that with Thranduil.
When we were developing and writing and structuring the films, we had a backstory for these white gems that he literally goes to war over. And we thought, okay, these gems were made and fashioned for his wife, and that she never got to wear them.
I know an elf lord who will pay a pretty price for these.
He had lost his great love, his wife, which is why Thranduil wants the diamonds, and he is willing to go to war for them.
There's a necklace in that mountain. White gems strung upon silver. I want it retrieved.
It's also one of the reasons that he's withdrawn from the world in the northern reaches of Mirkwood is because he's suffered such great loss.
The Elven Gate.
Thranduil built this beautiful statue in memory of her and had it placed at the entrance to Mirkwood, which is really the entrance to his realm.
There is no grave, no memory.
In the books, we never hear anything about Legolas's mother. We imagine that she was lost to him.
The ancient kingdom of Angmar. My mother died there. My father does not speak of it.
By the time you get to the Battle of the Five Armies, you get a sense at the end, certainly, of a character who's beginning to soften.
Why does it hurt so much?
When Tauriel loses Keely, there is very much a connection, you know, of what that loss is about.
Her pain, her having loved, makes him see what he has become. And it awakens something inside of him. Sympathy, kindness. And those are coming back to someone who we've only ever seen as quite detached and cold.
And he actually realizes he's stuffed up so badly that he's damaged his relationship with his son.
Those gems were not all your wife left you, my friend. She left you a son. Tell me, which would she have you value more?
We always like to imagine, as part of her backstory, that she died defending her child, because that's one of his last lines to Legolas.
Your mother loved you more than anyone, more than life.
Thranduil began to realize that son, that living, breathing child, is far more important and valuable than those cold white gems. But he now knows that he's going to have to let his son go.
Where will you go?
I do not know.
Go north. Find the Dunedain.
I wrote that scene invoking Aragorn. I never thought it would get shot. I thought this has got nothing to do with anything. It's just utter geekdom. And I showed it to Pete and Fran, and they both immediately went, yeah, love it. Let's do it.
There's a young ranger amongst them. You should meet him.
When Thranduil says to Legolas, go and find this ranger, he's speaking the truth with the prescience that elves have, but also, I think, his own wish that his own son, you know, might in fact surpass his own deeds.
His father, Arathorn, was a good man. His son might grow to be a great one.
He's also acknowledging greatness in Legolas and acknowledging that his son may be a wiser man than he is.
It was an expression of love and apology, I guess.
That was the moment that my story is nicely brought to a close as a character that would leave the Mirkwood realm to be a part of the Fellowship of the Ring.
I think it's important to realize that we also have Thranduil, who is now ready to play his part. It's there in the background of Lord of the Rings, in the appendices.
During the War of the Ring, while Minas Tirith is being assailed in the south, Sauron sends forces against the Elven realms of the north. Thranduil and his army of elves repel the orcs that attack Mirkwood.
Basically, they tie up a huge amount of Sauron's resources and they prevent the north from falling.
Thranduil is now a character going forward with a sense of purpose that is not motivated by loss or by personal gain, but by a genuine desire to help. He's a totally different character to the one that we met in the beginning of The Hobbit.